Where does that drive come from for yourself?
I think a lot of it is that, because of the amount of time that I've now been in the finance side, and fortunately or unfortunately, the amount of recessions that I've been through, you learn a lot. And each one you learn more. And that drives you on not to make the same mistakes or make sure that you're always going in the right way. So I've been through recessions when I work for somebody, and I've been through recessions where I've employed people, and it's neither are nice. 2008 particularly, we had staff of 35, 36 people, and having to get rid of lay them off isn't a great experience. And also how you come out of it and trade out of it. Now there is a number of ways you can do that, and we've learned, and the experience of that has driven me and my business partner forward.
And what would you say has been your biggest lesson from that, having gone through multiple recessions?
Minimise your losses, and by that, in pre-2008, for instance, we moved offices, wanted big glamorous offices, took personal asset finance, personal guarantees, and which is great. At the time, I was advised that was the right things to do, which it is if you pay it.
Yeah.
Then when you come across hard times, because look, instantly, overnight, banks stop lending. So then what you do? As I say, if looking back, that we could have gone bankrupt, but then personal guarantees get called in. So not only do you lose your business, you've got a chance of losing your house, kids' homes, everything. So you learn from that. I'd never ever offer anybody a personal guarantee again.
Yeah.
We're in control of our own destiny that way, and we manage our affairs that we minimise what our losses could be. Always keep ahead of not living by the skin of the bone. We make sure that we've got enough to trade and cover everything for a long term.
I think it's very important for people that are looking to get into business or property, because you've got this shiny penny syndrome that everyone seems to have. And it's fine to have that, to find what it is that you really want to do. And I think there is a lot of pressure on people nowadays, especially nowadays because of social media. You've got to be doing this, whatever that job or industry or profession may be. There's a lot of pressure on people to find out, excuse me, what that job is or business is, to go and start a business. But like you said, if you don't put as much pressure on yourself and you can forecast what that can look like, you will be okay. It's
sometimes, instead of looking, it's all rosy, is what happens if it stopped tomorrow.
I 100% agree with you there.
Which, recently with what's gone on in the last 6-8 months, a lot of people have found that.
Yes.
The prime example of it is, in quick summary, is a millennium-born person has never known an interest rate other than 0.25. Whereas, likes myself have known it at 15% and in between. So it's a shock to a lot of people that have started on the property ladder in the last 5-6 years and never known any different. And those experiences, again, will teach. It's very easy to borrow money, but you've got to pay it back.
That's a lot of people that I speak to, and I'm going, I've got this money, I've raised the money, but oh shit, now I've got to pay it back, because they'll end up leaving 50-60 grand in a deal. Before we come on to CPC, why did you start it, and what was the mission behind starting it?
Why did I start it? I was working for somebody. I was running a side of the business for them, and which was growing. And in the end, I made the decision with Julie, my business partner, to let's do it for ourselves.
Who's Julie?
Julie's my first wife and mother of the kids.
Right. Okay.
And we set it up after we split up.
Take me through that then. Take me through that scenario quickly.
She was in the same industry.
Okay.
And so what I made the decision, because of the kids, we get on very well. There's no animosity. I made the decision that I'd rather go into business with someone that I can trust. Also have the view that, look, she knows I've got no money, she won't ask for any.
Do you know? The thing is, I'm divorced.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm slightly younger. I'm 30 years of age, but I'm divorced. But my ex-wife now still works within some of my businesses because, okay, we're separated.
Yeah.
However, I know that I can rely on her to do certain jobs within my business to probably a better standard than certain employees. And like you said, from a selfish point of view, if she's got money coming in that way, she's not going to ask me for it.
Mine's slightly different. We're 50-50 on the business of CPC Finance. And the other thing is she's very good. She's compliant. She's, make sure all the paperwork's in order. Knocks me into line now and again. I like to think I'm good at what I do. She's really good at what she does. Yeah. So working together, if you're a good salesman, you're not good at paperwork. And if you're, I better be careful what I say. If you're really good at the compliance side, you might not be the best salesperson. Yeah. So you're one or the other. Yeah. And that's why we work well together. So we decided. I said I'm thinking about doing that. She had a company of her own at the time. So we decided to merge the two ideas, and it's been great.
How did your new partner take that you're still working together?
It's fine because it's always been there from the start.
Yeah.
It's not something that happened afterwards. And obviously with the kids involved, I would have had a natural involvement anyway with her. So touch wood, it's not been a problem. And now it's just 20 years down the line for the business. It's just taken for granted that that's where we are.
No, I can imagine there's people in a similar situation. Some people find it hard to draw a line when they've been divorced, but they've got a successful business, or like you say, yin and yang.
Yeah, obviously we were slightly different because we'd already split up when we decided to do it. It wasn't something that we were running it and then we split up. That could have been slightly different because there could be animosity involved, and which there wasn't. No,
I agree. Again, it's actually exactly the same with me and my ex. But if people are in a similar situation, it's very clear that you've drawn the line. But if you haven't drawn that line, that's where they could spill over.
I understand that. No, that's been very good, and it
we can see that in your results.
It works. And sometimes also you get an honest opinion.
Yeah.
Not somebody that works for you that's going to say what you want them to hear. Sometimes you've been a bit like, I say, a footballer or a sports. Sometimes you need to be told no. Not always, yes, you're right. She'll soon tell me if I'm wrong.
Which is exactly what you need in business. And that leads me nicely on to, because we will talk about the CPC.
Yeah.
What do you think are the 3 best KPIs that you've implemented in your business to get it to where it is today?
The compliance side's the important one. Everything has to be in order. And that follows on some of the products and stuff like that, because it has to be right. Relationships is another one. Obviously with the banks and solicitors, valuers, clients, it's a relationship that you want to build, and you don't want to feel like, we're doing you one application, don't want to see you again. We like to build a relationship, and the most important one of any business is the staff. And as long as they're happy in the environment that you create, I think they're the three key elements of bringing it all together.